So one thing to point out is the Cassicans were not in the deployment zone.
No.
So they had forward deployment.
Yeah, forward scouts. Yeah, classically Vanguard deployment, but forward scouts. Yeah, so they are able to deploy from the front, obviously with some limitation, and scout out the battlefield for you and have better vision, better visibility. Visibility now being a big deal for the war.
It's a big deal, yes.
Yep. So you can see, we visualize now where things are. We have a fog of war.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it is actually in this build though.
It's not the visuals. The visuals that are not engaged, but the mechanics are. Like this is why we cannot see the orcs at the moment.
Right.
But Fog of War has a pretty big impact in this game, especially because we're playing in sometimes very dense maps. Buildings, other obstructions will block your Fog of War. So part of the strategy might be to destroy sightlines to be able to see where the enemy are coming from.
And we see one of them approaching right now.
Yeah, it's a very eager battle wagon who's currently being very brave and being a little bit suicidal to drive.
Oh, I mean, I didn't see what he's going up against.
No, that's what he's met a Baneblade. At this point, he's probably made the decision that it's worth just going in and going ham. And he's gone. So he's done the best he can, and he smashed over some cover.
Yes.
Which is probably worth talking about a little bit.
Will moved some people into cover here on this left ruin.
Yeah. And you can see that they'll filter into positions, basically. So we really wanted to keep it as close to the standard control as possible. So this is just part of the drag out. When you're dragging out a unit over a cover zone, they will populate the positions within that. Oh no! Oh no!
And that's what you do if you don't want the opponent to get cover.
It's all good. A bombardment's coming in, so this is all going to get a little bit messy. That Baneblade's trying to contribute though. Which is going to be a rough time for our poor guardsmen. So what this gives us a nice opportunity to talk about is the destruction of cover and how that works too. So we have cover zones. They are pre-established within the map, and it's a combination of the simulation of the actual projectiles being fired and hitting those cover pieces. Those can be destroyed, but within those cover zones as well, we are doing a few things to sort of keep it established. So we have a concept of evasion, and as long as you're within a cover zone, you're slightly harder to hit. The enemy is more likely to miss you. And what gets destroyed does leave behind a little bit of detritus, as you can see. So basically, there's always a little bit of effect there. What we didn't really want is for players to have to sort of constantly think about, is there cover there? Isn't there cover there? Did it move? Did it get fully destroyed? So there is an impact. There is a simulated impact. It will become slightly less effective, but it still holds on to some of its teeth. Which is we're finding to play really nicely. But this is the point of coming to closed beta, right? Is to start to really actually fence this with everyone that is going to spend, I hope, a great deal of time like we are playing this game and enjoying it, and figuring out where to take it and how to sort of really dial into the guts of it. It's gone really well on that left flank, hasn't it?
They've thrown everything at him.
So
maybe some reinforcements at the back for a second wave.
Maybe get the Baneblade involved. But no, the cover zones. Most of the areas in this map that you see that have tons of cover pieces have sandbags, look fortified. These are the proper cover zones that'll give you both the simulated impact and the buff. But staying behind positions of cover can also exist in some other contexts. For example, if you bring in a very, very large bombardment, it'll make a crater. This crater will allow you to dock some units to it to have the simulated benefit of being behind something that cannot be shot at. But in those cases, you won't get the buff because this is not a fortified zone. It's not prepared for cover. It'll give you some advantage, but not quite the same advantage as these areas of the map that are specific for it.
So you get some benefit out of it, and there is some really fun sort of like emergent gameplay that can come out of, are we about to drop the bomb? All right. All silence for the bomb. Here comes the death strike. So this is lovely. I love this. You can see it's left behind that crater there. Obviously that's a massive one. You'll probably get more effect out of the smaller ones that pepper things, and you have different bombardments with different sorts of cadence of explosion that will create different sizes of crater and stuff. Super fun. Awesome. How's it? It's we need the second front. We need the second front. Do you think it's worth talking about projectiles in some?
One thing. If you look back at that tank, one thing that tank's doing. It's trying to do.
It's trying to get out of range. It's firing.
It's still flaming them, and you can see some las cannons going off.
I think that's a melter going off. But he is strafing. Strafing. So we've introduced strafing. It's a modified movement basically. For your mouse and keys, you can hold down Alt as you drag out. You can just move in that direction. It's not limited to vehicles. We want everyone to have this potential to strafe, but with different proficiency. Let's say that. So infantry can strafe, everyone can strafe, but we want to make sure that the different sort of asymmetry and skills of the units are represented. So guardsmen, etc., they'll be able to move backwards slowly whilst firing. Orks can do it if you're that organised and really want to be backing away. It's not the playstyle you want to go for with Orks necessarily, but when it really shines is where you get your powerhouses like Space Marines who are so powerful and super accurate.
Don't lose any accuracy by doing it.
Exactly right. So there are negatives to strafing, but what it allows you to do is you like move sideways, move backwards, and really reinforce your positional gameplay. Because I think a really big part of what makes Total War so crunchy and fun is the positional gameplay. Like, oh no, little craters and lots of limbs.
That's always been our objective. So we're building a game in the 41st millennium, and we want to bring all the good Warhammer goodness, but we still want this to feel like a proper Total War game.
Yeah.
So Total War is a lot about positioning and moving your troops in the right place and attacking the enemy from the right angles. So we still want to drive gameplay primarily through that.
Absolutely. I guess we'll talk more about like how the combat paradigm works later. But that positional gameplay is super important, right? So things we'll talk about it later, but the suppression, flanking, etc. At range is all really important to take down your opponent and make sure you are enfilading, getting around them, encircling them, and bringing them down. Alongside using cover. Mm-hmm. We need more stuff. We need more. Send in more men. Send in more men.
I can't remember if you touched on this when we were talking about reserves themselves, but where are these reserves coming from? If you're on a campaign map.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So this will be your surrounding armies, and people that are up on your might not be people, Xenos as well. Those that are on your fleets. Yep. So basically, surrounding armies can get involved in these battles. Obviously, there is a total limit of armies that will be able to get involved in a conflict. But you can bring in in some cases up to 40 onto the battlefield, and you'll be able to get involved. Might be quite difficult to get up to 40 Space Marine units in one place.
Yep.
Right. But that is definitely not hard to do with guard.
Yeah,
so
that is the whole point.
Yeah, absolutely. So
a little detail about the reserves as well that might be worth noticing is at the top, the balance of power bar. You might notice that it has a little divot and another section that basically indicates how many units are in the field and how many units are still to come in. So you can see that still have a little bit of units to come in from the Astra Mill, and the development in progress is kind of hiding the Ork bar, but I believe they have deployed everything at this point, so no more surprises from the Orks.
Yeah, we've got a little bit more in the cannon, although they do have a stomper.
Honestly,
they've got a stomper
as well.
This
and
is rough.
He's a scary guy.
Maybe we'll make
it.
Maybe we'll make it.
We really wanted to put the biggest thing that we could get away with in a Total War game. We're looking at putting bigger things in later down the line, of course. But this will be the biggest thing we've had in a Total War. I'm very excited about that.
You're going to need that low health Baneblade wheel. That's going to have to shoot that stomper.
Don't let him die.
Yeah, you will
get around him. Awesome.
So you can see here, as we kind of predicted, right? He's got a second wave of the guards.
Yep.
So the first took out what they could, but that's just a huge number of Orks that have just managed to smash through.
Yep.
So now it's up to that second wave who, looking, I guess, at the corpses of all of the ones who failed before them, having their own go at holding the line.
Yeah, but thankfully there's also some covered positions at the back of the map, so now this is where we're trying to make our last stand.
Yeah.
And we're going to hit the panic button.
Yeah, this is the ripcord. So, calling from the fleet, we're going to have our Lance Strike. This is a hyper-powerful, very AP-centric weapon. You're not going to be able to use this sort of thing often. It is a really wow. Okay, he's still
almost.
up. He's still up. We got a problem. So. There we go. He's probably on his way out. He's starting to pop.
There he goes.
We go.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Oh, you're right on the other one.
欢迎来到哈米吉多顿战区，此战区包含了多个可玩恒星系，每个恒星系都拥有多个有着独特生态系统与战术优势的行星。现在，我们正位于一个文明世界的轨道上空，它正在遭受欧克蛮人的入侵。星球总督向我们发出了求援，从战略角度来看，支援他们也是明智之举。 死亡制造者舰队正在向地表投送援军，我们的主舰位于轨道上空，我们可以在登陆前率先发动轨道轰炸，削弱敌军。这或许能帮助我们前线的士兵守住阵地。欧克蛮人正在逼近，一旦这座城市失守，我们将失去整颗星球以及随之而来的所有战略利益。我们当前指挥的是星界军，他们拥有庞大的兵力储备。 但在近战中，没人想和欧克蛮人硬碰硬。 我们必须以己之长攻彼之短。因此，在战斗侧方，我们将派出一支小型分遣队，去补给列车后面先行埋伏。侦察哨兵机动性很强，视野极广，能为我们提前窥察战场和敌人位置。他们还能根据战术需求配备不同武器，例如自动炮、重型火焰喷射器以及导弹发射器。我们在这里设伏，等待欧克蛮人经过。一旦时机成熟，便从侧翼突击，打乱敌军阵型。地图中央沿水域展开的是我方主力部队，这里将构成我们的正面战线，主要由卡地亚突击军与卡舍金组成。部队将尽可能利用掩体进行防御，这将大幅提升他们的生存能力，并降低被敌方命中的概率。但并非所有单位都依赖掩体。欧格林配备撕裂枪，在近距离战斗中拥有极强的压制力。我们的装甲部队将在另一侧阻止欧克蛮人正面突桥。我们将诱导敌军从斜坡进入水域，他们的移动速度将会减慢。我们也将趁机削减他们的兵力。我方装甲力量的核心是帝皇无刃，这是一辆重型装甲坦克，极难被击毁。虽然速度较慢，但它所搭载的强大火力足以弥补这一点。与星界军不同，欧克蛮人几乎不会利用掩体，他们热衷于直接冲向敌军。重甲强蛮人是擅长近战的精锐步兵。他们装备着杀戮锯、能量柱以及双联喷火器等致命武器。正如计划的一样，水域正在拖慢敌军的脚步，并使他们挤成了一团。这为我们使用女武神火箭提供了绝佳时机。我们可以调整导弹的攻击角度，对聚集的敌人造成毁灭性打击。风暴小子是突击步兵，利用跳跃背包冲入敌阵。他们能够迅速跨越大片区域，甚至翻越建筑，直接切入战场关键位置，在近战中彻底摧毁敌人。我们的前线就要撑不住了，是时候发动伏击了。摧毁这些列车将为我方开辟出一条全新的进军路线，这是欧克蛮人完全没有预料到的。这将迫使敌军分散兵力，以此缓解前线的压力。不同地图中都将有大量可摧毁的环境与建筑，他们将不断改变战场形态，以创造新的战术选择。我们的前线被突破了，现在是战术撤退并重新组织防线的时候了。我们可以调遣增援部队进入战场，稳住局势。
Assistance incoming.
并非所有人都能活下来，有时候牺牲在所难免。这些士兵已经完成了他们的使命。欧克蛮人最大、最要命的单位出现了。践踏狙击是一种超重型战斗机甲，装甲厚重，极为坚固。虽然行动缓慢，但它装备了大量武器，包括超大砍刀、死亡加农炮、超级加特林炮以及超级无敌火箭。我们需要调动一部分装甲力量，逐步削弱它的防御。我们还有杀手锏未使用。由于我们的主舰仍处于轨道之上，我们可以发动轨道光锚打击，对敌军造成毁灭性伤害。随着践踏狙击被摧毁，欧克蛮人的阵线彻底崩溃，敌人开始溃逃。我们或许赢下了这场战斗，但这颗星球乃至整个恒星系的战争仍在继续。
In the grim darkness of the far future, Every soul's survival hangs by a thread. Mankind is beset by endless tides of aliens, traitors, and demons. Across countless worlds, battles rage. Lead your armies. Conquer worlds. Fight on as the galaxy burns. For there is no peace amongst the stars. There is only war.